The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Fox News. I can't speak for Fox News, all right, but I'm the table setter here at 8 o'clock. Do you think I'm unfair to you? Do you think I've been giving
Absolutely, of course you are, Bill. But I like you anyway, though.
Okay, but give me how I'm unfair.
But look.
Give me how I'm unfair. Come on, you can make that accusation without telling me.
Bill, we just went through an interview in which you asked about healthcare not working, IRS, were we wholly corrupt, Benghazi, right? So the list of issues that you talk about.
But these are unanswered questions.
But they're defined by you guys in a certain way. But look, this is okay. This is if you want to be president of the United States, then you know that you're going to be subject to criticism.
But if it's unfair, I want to know if it's unfair. Is it criticism is criticism. It's my job to give you a hard time.
Here's what I would say. I think regardless of whether it's fair or not, it has made Fox News very successful.
But if I'm unfair, I want you to know.
Here's what you guys are going to have to figure out is what are you going to do when I'm gone? I'm telling you.
Our ratings were high when you weren't here.
Oh, man. I've been a big money
President Clinton. All right, and President Bush. I gave President Bush a real hard time. Are you the most liberal president in U.S. history?
Probably not.
Probably not?
Probably not. I think that's fair to say. You know, the truth of the matter is that when you look at some of my policies, in a lot of ways, Richard Nixon was more liberal than I was. Started the EPA, started a whole lot of the regulatory state that has helped make our air and water clean.
That's interesting, Nixon. That's interesting.
Well,
I thought you were going to say FDR.
Well, FDR, Johnson. But I tend not to think about these things in terms of liberal and Democrat, or liberal and conservative, because at any given time, the question is, what does the country need right now?
I think that you are much more friendly to a nanny state than I am. I'm more of a self-reliance guy. You're more of a big government will solve your problems guy. That's it.
And I disagree with that, because I think that what used to be considered sensible, we now somehow label as liberal. Think about it. Social Security, Medicare.
But you're paying to that. It's the freebies that are the problem.
What freebies are we talking about? The welfare actually is worth less now than it was 20, 30 years. It's worth less than it was under Ronald Reagan.
Take a look at the disability explosion. I mean, it's insane. The workplace isn't any more dangerous now than it was 20 years ago. It's through the roof. People are conning you.
Bill, the point is, we have not massively expanded the welfare state. That's just not true. When you take a look at it, actually, that the levers of support that we provide to folks who are willing to work hard are not that different than they were 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. You and I took advantage of certain things. I don't know about you, but I got some loans to go to college.
No, I painted houses. I didn't get any. That's why I have it.
I painted houses during the summer too. It still wasn't enough. So my point is that that's not a nanny state. That's an investment in the future generation. GI Bill, is that a nanny state? My grandfather came back from World War II. You're about to write a book on World War II. Smartest thing we ever did was make an investment in the American people when those guys came back from war. That's what created our middle class. The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.